A video about FragPunk not even too long ago, maybe 5, 6, 7 days ago. Originally in that video was because that the events that they were releasing were very bad. Like, we had a couple events that were just not fun, and they hit us with this Toy Frontline tower defense event. My hands down be one of the best defense FPS games I've ever played, and it's crazy. In today's video I just want to talk about what this could mean for FragPunk as a game, and what if it stays as a concurrent event instead of a rotational event, and what it could mean for the community in the FPS genre games. It could lead for a community-driven game challenge, casual playstyle instead of a competitive esports playstyle. It could lead to, you know, developers listening to the community more, gain more followers, or, you know, more traction to the game. But for FragPunk, I think it means it's solidified itself a cult-like fan base. Because over on the FragPunk Discord, which I've been activating for a couple of days now, just checking out the community, seeing how things run, and it seems extremely community driven. And as it stands, it looks like FragPunk is getting less esports and more casual again, which is a good thing. And we'll be getting rotational, like, item shots and games and stuff like that, so that the developers can make money and continue the game. And then also, it just means that it has somewhat of a decent name in the gaming community, because when was the last time Call of Duty listened to the community fan base and, you know, nerfed that one weapon that was way too overpowered, or, I don't know, fixed that one bug in that one map? I mean, FragPunk might not add new weapons, but there are always going to be, like, new lancers, I think, and new game mods, new events. It might be terrible, but they are all driven from the community's opinion. So most of the community will like the event, because if you are active on the Discord, it basically is all community made. Like, none of the developers are really making a lot of the decisions, except the concept decisions they do make, like the things that they put into the game. But the community, like, either votes for, like, a theme or a specific genre of, I don't know, like a Halloween item, per se, like pumpkin, or instead of like scarecrow, and they will add pumpkin cards instead of scarecrow cards, like that. Just very, you know, mutual with the people that play the game. And I also think that leads to a greater outcome for this game, and a bigger influence on the FPS genre as a whole, due to the actions that FragPunk has made. Because what FragPunk has done is it's done something extremely weird, and I'm not gonna be like, FragPunk was the first one to do this, to put this, that in this game because of this event. No, I just think that FragPunk was the only one that kind of pulled it off and have it fit in the style of game, and have accounting law for it, rewards and systems that tie into the event, and genuinely make the event fun itself, and the rewards look good. Ubisoft, and just have like a decent replayability feeling to the game, because it's so casual instead of so, you know, sweaty or hard to beat or difficult. There are difficult modes for those who would have a more challenging time with the tower defense, but it isn't that hard. And the way they've laid it out is very much like Orcs Must Die 3, if you've ever played that game. If you've not, I'm going to explain it. You have a deck of cards. Each card has a specific ability. So it might be a tower card, like a turret, or you could have like a turret modifier to add fire damage to that turret, or extra range. You could have like a Lancer only card, so that Lancer, your hero's ability, gets a buff and it's only made for that character. Or you could get like a weapon upgrade card, so your gun could do more instead of your Lancer's ability. Per se, you were to take Chum up and use his little robot dog thingy and trap the enemies. You would really want to put a lot more of your focus of your deck into Chum's ability, so, you know, he's doing better in game instead of your gun. Because if you're prioritizing one thing in your playstyle, if you prioritize, like, I don't know, your turrets, but you're using your Chum more, what's the point of even having turrets? Which is just a lot of mistakes that I see people use in the FragPunk the FragPunk tower defense, because I know that a lot of people who've played the FragPunk tower defense that I play with genuinely haven't played the tower defense, and that's another reason why I think this is good, because it's introducing people to a very niche kind of cool way of intaking FPS genre. Like, you can build towers and you know, there's endless waves and stuff like that. It's very, very different. It's very, very like creative, if you will. And I'm not to say like FragPunk is the first person to do this. I've said that, you know, Ultimate Style 3 also did this before FragPunk, but it's just the way that FragPunk managed to pull it off with the whole card system and that like collectability, so you have that replay value in the game because you can get like rarer cards or whatever. But the game mode itself is generally fun. It's not too difficult, not too hard. The introduction of this tower defense event allows other people to actually enjoy this game, which is what a lot of, you know, big shooter games don't do these days. They don't actually add anything new to the game, just very copy paste. This is very like out of place for an FPS game, and I'm really excited to see where they go with it, because I think if they stick with it and if they really do what they're doing at the moment and continue on with the community, then things will work out for this game. The 5,000 to 7,000 current players daily on Steam will obviously rise, because there are more things to do in the game and it's just more versatile. I just want to talk about my opinions on the event now, and yeah, thank you for, you know, sticking around. I would appreciate it if you could like and subscribe.
Hey, so if you made it this far into the video, I just want to say I thank you, and yeah, let's carry on. Basically, I think this event is crazy. I think this event can mean so much for this game in general. It could divide the player base, quite literally divide the player base into a sort of PvE to PvP, and can keep it as like a consistent player base game. And the way that it's looking, the whole entire event, the Toy Frontline, the tower defense event, was mainly community driven. And the events that are upcoming are very community suggested, so it does look like the game is gonna get more of a casual sort of like recoil. Say we were here from competitive and now we're going a bit down for casual here with the Toy Lines event, which is cool, which is good, because it captivates just like a smaller amount of people, or a semi or like organized group of people might really like this event. And I do think this game could actually benefit so much if they kept doing like rotational events per se, like the tower defense event, but instead of having it Halloween tower defense, like seasonal tower defense, or Christmas tower defense, or just have like an overall tower defense game mode, which would be pretty cool. They also added a new event, just like a semi-event kind of thing, just to kill your time if you want. I think it's called Mirror Clash. Actually a good event, actually fun, really cool. Basically both teams get 2 lives, maxed out melee range, and you get 200 health, and all of the lances for each team is the same lancer, so it creates a very weird like game flow, but it's really fun because it randomizes your weapons and your secondary, so not that sweaty like platinum player sitting in the car headshotting you from spawn. Nuh-uh, just kind of like a chill game mode. Yeah, I really I'm thankful if you've made it this far into the video. I'm gonna say it again. Like, subscribe, don't usually say it. I love you. Have a really good day. Have some coffee.